I'm still running around here with my night on it, really. So I was just thinking, I'm like, hold on, because we're gonna base this around the time that I realized that my daughter was switched out was around the time of Nazaria. So we're gonna use that as a timeline, in a sense, or a marker. And I had, she had taken a picture with me or something, and then I seen her in that picture. And then she had taken some pictures or something. And I started looking at her. I'm like, oh, you look different, a lot different or whatever. So that's why I said that they gave the child to that person. I think they gave the child to the supposed half sister. The Mindy Copeland energy could have been used having the child. Then they could have gave it to this person. They could have gave it to the Kiki person. And then I don't know where the child could have been. And I don't know what somebody trying to do, because like I'm hearing that energy like, oh, you can't believe everything that you see online. But then somebody try to do some slick shit, like post a picture of this masculine energy, an entertainer. And as soon as I seen the picture, it's the eyes. I'm like, that's my daughter. So the picture was titled such and such and their daughter or whatever this. And I'm like, that's my fucking daughter. But as soon as I thought about that, I'm like, wait a minute. When my person went for COVID or whatever, when he was sick with COVID and he was going through that, he got sick on Christmas Day at his parents' house. Everybody in the house got sick except for my daughter, the youngest one. One of my twins got sick. She went. My person got sick. He went. And other people in the family got sick. The only one that didn't get sick was my daughter. And she was saying she didn't even know if she wanted to go or whatever. It's making me think about a compilation of readings that I did. Like they lied or whatever about where we was going, or they lied. And I'm thinking like, what the fuck could have happened? Like, if these people are, you say like there's a city you live in underneath something. Like I'm sitting here looking at this mound here. It's over by the landfill or whatever. But I was gonna go to the park, but I said this shit could get out of hand. I don't want nobody looking at me crazy at the park if I get loud. So I came to my little spot over here. But anyways, say there's facilities that hold sense or things like this while they rotate things, while they get shit done, while they do things, while they do all this crooked shit, this court shit and all this other things. While they doing paternity tests and while they doing this, they holding these people. But I can't get the image of the little girl from the Eight of Pentacles, I think, yesterday. With the little girl on the picture, and I was like, why it look like this is a younger girl, but she's being sexually assaulted. Like it looked like her vaginal area could be swollen or something like this. And so I was scrolling or whatever earlier, and I tried to just not think about it because that picture been on my mind all day. So when I seen this image, I said, oh, y'all want to fucking play. So whether this is true or not, we are going to react to it. We just are. So, but because this is going to also teach or show people another way of people trying to manipulate the situation here. Now, I told y'all, if somebody go over the celebrity ship, they already died a little bit or they sold their soul. Now, there's people around celebrities like their children and stuff like this. It could be iffy when we get to talking about that. But people that's super famous, mega famous, something already happened to them almost near death or death while they're there. I also told you that my dad, I don't know why, when I was, when Kanye used to wear like the little zip up like bomber jacket. It's not a bomber jacket, but whatever, like this kind of jacket or whatever. And the jeans and stuff like that with them boots. That's exactly how my dad used to dress back in the days, like back in the early 90s, before we moved to the north side of town. So I got to thinking, and I was scrolling down YouTube trying to find a video to watch earlier, and then I was hearing, I seen a song for the first time in my feed. I never seen this song before, and it was a song that was saying, now mind you, the celebrity that they got this child with don't mean that that's who the child is with. You want to conflict me because this is one of the celebrities that was heavy in this awakening that I was able to tap into their energy, or they was able to, I could witness them tapping into my energy. So that's why you're using this. But the song was like, oh, damn, this some good coochie, or this some good pussy. It was a song called that. And so I'm like, okay, so y'all trying to piss me off. Now, then I thought about it. One of these celebrities, if I look at the eyes of a certain feminine energy, and this is like a not a power couple, but somebody that could have been a part of a power couple, but they broke up, and then somebody got with somebody else, and then everybody was talking about these people. So I was looking at the eyes of the female in the situation. I think they both females, to be honest with you. This is a masculine energy that's famous, like worldwide, and they're either a girl or you got a clone that's a fucking girl. Now, whoever this person in the past 3 years, I've been getting energy like, you know what's up. It's like somebody just had a baby by somebody, and then somebody had a baby with somebody else. Like you and your spouse, we just regular so-called civilians, or this is what side we live on, whether we that or not. It's almost like somebody took and castrated the masculine, like my male. Because I was hearing they lied, and then I kept getting a vision like sometime when the child was traveling to the grandmother's house or something, they dropped the child off or they swapped the child out for some time. Okay, so when I keep hearing they lied, it just so happens that when my child was going, she was going with the sister that can't stand her, and then the dad. So I can't get that out of my mind. Something else tragic happened to the child when they went with these people in this vision that I'm getting. And then also, it's somebody that passed away wants somebody to know that it wasn't a mistake or it wasn't an accident. So in the past 4 years, somebody got into a new relationship that caused a lot of craze. But I had to think about this because I was trying to think about the day when I knew that our relationship was like damaged, maybe beyond repair. It was about 6 years ago, I think, when this whole terrorizing or haunted house shit started. And we were sitting in the library room, we were arguing or something, and then I said something to him, and then he started crying. And he's like, I just love you, or I don't want to, and he don't talk like this or whatever. But I could tell that was his more feminine body that he was in. And he just like, and I never seen him act like that, like ever, or in like a lot of years, okay? And I knew that his heart was broken or something or he knew what I knew, that somebody was doing something in the relationship, whether it was me and him. I was heavy on this ascension level. There was a lot of people I feel like it was on it with me, but it was just the fuck that. And then this person was on losing me. It's like he knew he was losing. Like I would never be the same after whatever I was going through, the psychological warfare, that I would not be the same. So I think it broke his heart. Even though I still am the same, the dynamic is not the same. Okay, so I was trying to think about, I keep on thinking, what did he look like? What did my so-called spouse look like when that happened? Or I can't remember what his face looked like for like 2 years of time. It's like I cannot remember what his face looked like. But when I was seeing the feminine energy that somebody was with, I'm like, wait a minute, it kind of looked like this person. I know this fool did not. Because I kept hearing like, okay, it was a setup or whatever. Somebody walked up on somebody or something like this at a church or something. Now, when my person had COVID, and he was going back and forth, he had went to the doctor, emergency room, this state, that state. They was going all over the place because he was just feeling horrible. But one day when his parents came to pick him up and take him to the doctor, I think they was in the area, or they came up to check on him or something like this. And when I was like, it's taking him a long time to come back. I'm like, where's his phone at? Where's his dot on his phone or whatever, the locator? I was asking my daughter, let me see your phone so I could see where his phone is at. And when I checked it, it was like I had a really eerie feeling, all right? Because it's almost like the ambulance, it was like a fire truck, kind of like ambulance or something that came to pick him up. It was just eerie about the whole thing, right? But I was like, where did y'all go or whatever? He's like, oh, I was at the hospital the whole time, whatever. I'm like, then why the fuck did I see your dot at a church or something? You know, it was at some church like north of here. Okay, it was like some church, I don't know, some church is what we located the phone. And it was there for a while. I checked again. I was trying to call him, but I'm pretty sure if he was in the doctor's office or the hospital room, they probably couldn't have a phone on or something. And I'm like, nah, something is happening. Because you got to know, I was already at this point where I'm like, shit is, something ain't right. You know, outside the house, everything like this. Like, it was kind of like people being, like, animals being caged into something, like a mental cage or something, and they're all hysterical. They want to get out. They never been in a cage before. They're ripping around trying to get out or something like this, or figure out what the fuck is going on, or what is this thing around me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's how we were acting, but because of the tense level in the house and things, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not, it's not us. It's something else applied to this, right? Just like when he got COVID, I said it's something else applied to this. Like, you done been possessed or something. Yeah, you could have COVID shit, but something else. It's like you were almost like possessed or something when you was walking around the house last night. So I knew it was something else, but I could also feel like that this person was meeting up or hanging up out with people or not really going to work. It was like a secret society mission or something like this. And I was just picking up on it. Like, he was coming home at different times, like way later than he normally do, or way earlier. It was just weird at that time. All right. So let's just see before I get too fucking out of hand. All right. Yeah, we got somebody stepping up out of somebody trying to lure somebody out of a world card energy by doing something devilish or demonic. Because I just seen the world card. The world card in this deck here. The girl is stepping out of the world card energy. She's stepping on the ground. She's coming out. She wants the world to know. Okay. So, mind you, about 5 years ago, with this same person that's a celebrity, it was like I kept on getting like this song or whatever somebody wrote about, can we be a blended family or something? Because it's kind of like they were sending this person in like they was trying to get at me or connect to me. But I always knew when I was looking through an old book or something, and I was reading something one night, and Source got my attention and put my attention on this picture. It was like an old article in a newspaper or something about a woman that had been missing or murdered or something like this. And when I looked at the picture while I was listening to this person's song, I said, that's my fucking daughter. That looked like my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told you about people reincarnating or going in grave digging, going in, finding DNA from people or old passed over celebrities and things like this, and bringing these people back in our wombs or certain wombs. So I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, okay, yeah, somebody's being demonic here. This could be also a sacrifice, because like I told you, if the person that this celebrity was walking around with as they new boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, or whatever, if I think back to it and I look at this person, I'm like, if my person lost a lot of weight, and if somebody did some surgery on this person, that looked like my person. So somebody's stupid than a motherfucker. Then I'm looking over like, oh, hold on. The same person, and then now you over here sending me some picture or some picture on my thing with this person and this child. And so let's just see. So somebody is in devilish energy here. All right. I don't know why somebody's calling me. Now I know the same celebrity, if they're letting celebrities purchase regular civilians and creating armies or groups of people that can keep an eye on people that they might have obsessions with. See, now somebody's calling me right now, and I was about to say, hold on. All right, so the first thing I'm thinking, okay, it's still going. It's saying that the camera is disabled by company policy on this device. Contact your administrator. Okay, so they don't want me talking about this, but hopefully it's still recording. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to start it over again. Hold on one second.